introduce you to the magic world of color. Color is energy and it carries information. Nikola Tesla said the following: if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And color is the only frequency we can see with our eyes. So welcome to my color stories. All the stories I am sharing are based on true events. I've poured them into a fairy tale style because I love fairy tales. They are easy to listen to and always contain insights, wisdom, and knowledge. You will get to know Thalora, an elf who shares her wisdom about color. Enjoy. The teenager who hid in black. Once in a quiet town where afternoons stretched lazily and evenings arrived like a soft sigh, there lived a mother and her 17-year-old son. The mother had kind eyes and a thoughtful way of looking at the world. Long ago, she had studied the language of color, not as decoration, but as emotion, not as fashion, but as protection, not as a trend, but as truth whispered by the subconscious. Her son, however, lived almost entirely in black. Black sheets on his bed, black hoodies hanging like soft armor, black jeans, black shoes. Even 2 walls of his room he had painted black, swallowing the light that tried to enter through the window. Most days he stayed in bed until late afternoon. The sun would rise across the sky and begin its slow descent again before he stirred. And when he did, he would eat something quickly and quietly and then drift out to meet his friends. Not unhappy, but not moving forward either. He did not study, he did not work, he did not talk much. And most of all, he did not let anyone see what he felt. His mother watched him with concern, but also with patience. She knew that pushing, questioning, or demanding would only make him retreat further into the dark cocoon he had built around himself. One evening, as dusk softened the edges of the world, she stood in the doorway of his room. The black walls seemed to hum gently, like a shield doing its job. "My love," she said softly, "would you mind if we went out together tomorrow? Just to buy a few new t-shirts for you." He looked at her, surprised. No lectures, no pressure. "Okay," he shrugged. And so the next day they went. In the shop, he moved slowly past the colors at first, his fingers brushing black fabric out of habit, familiar, safe. But then something shifted. He picked up a sky blue t-shirt, and then a soft green one, and finally a gentle gray t-shirt. He didn't know why. He just knew he wanted them. And that night, as he slept beneath his black blankets, a faint shimmer appeared in the corner of his room. And from the shadow stepped Laura, the color guide. She was luminous and calm, her shimmering gown woven from black that carried subtle hints of all colors, as if every hue rested quietly inside it. Her presence did not disturb the room, it softened it. She spoke in a whisper meant for walls, hearts, and dreams. She said, "Black is not wrong, and black is not bad. Black is a do not disturb color." And the walls seemed to listen. Black says, I need space. I'm figuring things out. Please don't ask me who I am yet. It hides emotion, protects the heart, and gives strength when the world feels too loud. She touched the black wall gently, with respect. But staying only in black for too long can make the world forget you are ready to be seen again. The next day, the teenager wore the sky blue shirt. Something inside him felt lighter, though he couldn't explain why. Sky blue carried the breath of open skies and honest words. It loosened the tightness in his chest. He found himself answering his mother's questions with more than one word. And a few days later, he wore the green shirt. And green stirred something deeper, a quiet sense of growth, of life wanting to move again. He went for a walk alone. He noticed trees. He imagined himself doing something useful. And then came the gray. Gray did not demand. It didn't shout or sparkle. It simply balanced the black and the light, whispering, you don't have to know everything yet. You can stand in between. Weeks passed, and the teenager began waking earlier. He found a small job. He laughed more easily. And one evening, he sat at the kitchen table and talked, really talked, to his mother about confusion, about pressure, about not knowing who he was yet, but no longer feeling completely lost. She listened, and her heart full. One night, Dolora returned, standing between the black walls and the soft glow now filling the room. Black helped him hide when he needed to, she said gently. But blue helped him to speak. Green helped him to grow. And gray helped him to transition. The mother never told her son what the colors meant. She didn't have to. Because color, when chosen freely, always speaks for itself. And that is how a mother, a teenager, and a few simple t-shirts began a quiet transformation. Not by force, not by fixing, but by listening to the language of color. Have you enjoyed this story about color? Color is a great communication tool, and it can be seen and it can be felt. So if you want to experience what different colors would like to communicate with you, explore the color experiences for personal messages.